Hello, beautiful ladies. We are so excited to be here with you today because we know you ladies are putting in the work. You're doing the things. You're eating healthy food. You're going to the gym. But even though you're amazing, even though you can do all the things, the holidays can still trip you up. So we are here to just make sure that you're on the right path this holiday season to move through it really successfully and to create loads of momentum for 2024, right? Momentum is everything. Compounded habits are everything. So we want to just help you identify which roadmap are you on right now and where is that roadmap leading? Is it leading to where you want to go, or are there some holes that need to be filled? So we're super excited to be here. Please say hello as you're coming on. Trainers, will one of you please pin this video to the top of the Facebook? So we're super excited to have you. Now, at the end of this video, we'll talk through the DIY lifting program. We'll talk through coaching opportunities. So for those of you who are like, oh my gosh, I am ready, I need to change my life, we have several opportunities for you. But without further ado, we're going to bring on Katie, one of our amazing client success trainers, to get us kickstarted on our holiday nutrition mastery class. We've been so excited to just come here for you ladies. So Miss Katie, let me bring you on. Sierra in the background.
I can't see her. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that the holidays are already here. I feel like, well, I'm still in a tank top, so I'm trying to live out the last little bit or pretend that I'm still in summer, but it just comes way too fast every single year. But today I really wanted to share with you guys something that I feel like resonates with me. And so I talk about a little bit of personal experience with this and want to share more on it. So, and that's our mindset as we tackle the holidays with our nutrition and training, right? So, how does that affect us and how does that play a role? And I really want, like I said, I want to discuss a topic that many of us can relate to, especially me during this holiday season, and that is winging it. If you are the wing it lady, the wing it woman, whatever you want to call it, this is for you. But first, I really want to see some engagement from you guys and see where everyone is kind of at with the holidays. So, in the comments, I want you to drop a 1 if you're feeling like you have a super solid game plan in place to just crush out the holidays, both mentally and physically. And then I want you to drop a 2 if you're feeling a little unprepared or that you're still just going to wing it and it will be fine. So I'm just going to take a moment and see some 1s and 2s come in here and see where everybody is at. 1. All right. Ready to go. I love it. 2s. Yep. Definitely been there. I've been there. Lots of 2s coming in. Oh, you guys are in the right place then. I love it. 1.5. I get that. Hey, that's progress, right? If you were at a 1, you're at a 1.5. We're almost to, or sorry, if you're at a 2, we're at a 1.5. We're almost to a full 1. All right. Lots of 2s, you guys. Well, good. I'm glad you guys are here then to hear all of this stuff today because this is for you, but also for people that are putting 1s. Like, this is all still good reminders for you guys because we're going to run into things not just at the holidays that you can apply these things to, and just always food for thought, right? So, all right. And I'm just looking at my notes if you see me looking down because I'll get sidetracked. All right. So, like I said, this is for the woman who tackles situations by just dealing with it after it happens, or as you're in like the thick of it. It'll be fine once I get there, or it'll be fine the next day. If you have said any of that, then this is for you. So you do all the things, you train hard, you track your food most on your normal days, normal weeks. But when something comes up, such as the holidays that we're about to go into, you think winging it is going to be just fine, and you think you got it, but you don't got it. Now, suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a bunch of food, delicious treats, all your favorite, like, oh, this family member brought this. It's the only time of year I get it, and even alcohol. So you might be inclined to just kind of throw caution to the wind and convince yourself that you can indulge without any consequences, right? That's the winging it. But here, I really want to talk about what happens when we wing it and kind of paint this picture of me from personal experience that I'm sharing with you. And if you have ever felt this way, I hope this kind of resonates with you a little bit so we can learn to just progress and level up. So What happens when we wing it? When we indulge excessively in sugary treats, all the yummy food, even the alcohol, which is totally fine, right? It's not bad, but we're overindulging. We're often left feeling super crappy, sluggish, and fatigued. I don't know about you, but I it's that painted picture of Thanksgiving meal, right? You just eat all the turkey and you're done for the rest of the day. It's like, can we do it early in the day and just get it over with? That kind I always think of that, like Thanksgiving especially. But so these foods, as we know, just provide temporary pleasure, but they lack essential nutrients that our body actually needs. So maybe that's why you're feeling a little bit fatigued. So overindulgence can lead to that hamster wheel or that roller coaster of energy levels, making it harder to enjoy all your festivities. Um, and not only that, but these changes in energy levels and lack of all the essential nutrients that you need can leave us not hitting the gym hard like we wanted, or even showing up for a few days after. Now, this was a biggest one for me. Is that the holidays wasn't just like a 1 day event thing where I kind of indulged a little bit. It lingered for days. And then I felt like crap the next day and I didn't want to go to the gym. And it was just this vicious hamster wheel cycle. Like I said, that roller coaster. Um, and so next, what I'm going to say is that it causes a disruption, excuse me, in our balance, in our discipline, which is the biggest thing that I'm saying here. So the next day, all my balance went out the window, all my discipline went out the window because I felt like crap. And many of us just work so hard throughout the year to maintain that healthy lifestyle, which includes regular exercise and mindful eating. And then I hear this a lot. So maybe you have said this before too, but I'm starting over on Monday, right? So indulging without restraint during the holidays can erode away the habits that we've cultivated. So you spend all of this time working hard in the gym, tracking your food, eating healthy and nutritious, and then you indulge and all of your habits just go out the window. And it makes it a lot harder to resume a balanced routine once the festivities are over. And now, again, the hamster wheel. You're just back on the hamster wheel of battling yourself and starting over again, or starting over. We're not always starting over, but that feeling, and we say that in our head, I'll just start Monday or I'm starting over. So, if you have ever felt that you were just starting over again, or I'll just start again on Monday, or whatever it may be that you tell yourself, I want some more engagement here, and I want you to drop a 3 if you have ever felt that way. So I'm just going to wait a second and see if anybody wants to be honest and say, yep, I said I started over again, and Monday, I'll just start Monday. There we go. I see some 3s. Yes. And I've been there before too. So there's no judgment here. It's a vicious cycle. It really is. So I hear you guys. Yep. Lots of 3s coming in. It's so true. And it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. It's an icky feeling. So we got to break that, ladies. We got to break it. All right, they're still coming in. But okay, so what do you do to get out of the winging it mindset? So this obviously isn't working, right? Well, you need to find a game plan that works for you. If you have not spent time working your discipline muscle at smaller, opportune times throughout just normal, regular life, like when littler things come up and you're not really practicing that discipline, I really suggest that you start now because it's going to create the balance when those bigger things hit and you can feel way more successful. So, um, also practice finding balance when there is a lot of choices. So maybe there's a smaller event. It's not the holidays, but there's a smaller event, still a lot of choices. Practice it then. How do you expect to have control in bigger situations if you haven't practiced at smaller times? You're continuing to learn and grow and use that like low-hanging fruit, like, oh, this is a great time. I get to practice now. So when I do go into the holidays, I'm ready to go. These things are happening really for you to have to practice with, not against you. Life is happening for you. So it's really beautiful. All right, let me look at my notes here. All right, practice creating a mindset as well around eating foods because they fuel your body and will allow you to show up tomorrow the way that you wanted to and not eating all the things because it's a once a year and I have to eat this or I'll never have it again. I have heard that a lot. I had to eat it because it's the only time of year. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever said that, and I've definitely said that. So I don't want you to think that I have not, but I have definitely said I only eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, so I have to have it right now. Which really leads me to remember that food doesn't just come once a year. You can have pumpkin pie in March if you'd like to. Sure, you might have to get a little creative. But my point is that even if it's one time a year and it's leaving you feeling gross and it just lingers for days, is that really working for you? I like honestly, you have to ask yourself, is this working for me? I know for me, it's more than just the physical progress, but these one time a year things really used to leave me feeling so bad that it's just not even worth it anymore. Even if it is once a year, I just don't like feeling like that. So that's really my main point here. Um, so, ladies, just to put on a little tough love here, I want to remind you that doing the same thing time and time again and expecting different results is just pure insanity. It doesn't make sense. So, you can't fit a circle into a square no matter how hard you try. So, I just really want to encourage you to find new ways to feel good about the holidays and create an even better lifestyle. It's not about not enjoying it. That is not the point, but there is a better way. You just have to try something different, or else you're still going to be feeling like you are. And I don't want you to feel that way because I have felt that way and it's terrible. And it's not just the holidays. Yes, we're talking about the holidays because they're here and they're among us and they're coming up so fast, but it's not just the holidays. It's other social events where you find yourself saying, I'll just start over Monday. It's fine. I'll just deal with it, next week or whatever. So it's not just the holidays. There's so many other times when we say that to ourselves. So like I always say, and maybe you have heard it before, but get curious. Doing something different, like I said, doesn't equal bad and it's not that you're not going to enjoy yourself. You don't have any data to prove that yet. So get curious, make changes, and watch you up level your life and your progress. I'll say that one more time. You don't have any data to prove that different equals bad or that you're not going to enjoy yourself. So get curious. You guys, this is your life. Like, this is a big deal. Why don't you just create a beautiful life? What is holding you back? We are always the ones usually holding ourselves back, and we're so limited to what our mind believes. And so start letting yourself believe different things, gather that data, gather that information. Then you have every piece that you need to make the best informed decision for you. But if you're just going at it the same way you always did, what do you expect? You know what I mean? And I just say that because I was stuck on that hamster wheel for so long. And I just want to watch all you women just up level your life and be living these beautiful lifestyles that you're just so grateful for and still able to show up for yourselves in the way that you intend to. It really means so much. If you take away even just the physical progress, your mind and how you feel is so important. So ladies, thank you all for letting me share with you today. And I'm going to let Sierra jump on now and keep all this amazing info coming your way.
I love it, Katie, because I think there's this piece where you said, like, get curious, right? And we go from this winging it woman, I loved that winging it woman, to me. And I'm going to share a little bit about me, but this perfectionista, right? Because like when the holidays come, I'm like Buddy the Elf. I'm like, let's go, holidays. But it's like there's these sense and the season and all of these moments where you're like, oh, it's so exciting, the holidays. But the minute food, because I know everybody is like, oh, the smells, the scents, the cheer. Then it becomes like, oh man, the food. Game over. There goes my progress. There goes my, like, goals. There goes everything out the window. So it's either eat the food or don't eat the food, right? There's only two options here, right? Because if I eat the food, I'm going downhill and I can't do that. And that fear has held me back, or had held me back for a really long time, because I played a huge game in that, like, lose the weight, regain the weight, lose the weight. That hamster wheel Katie was talking about, like, I was on it for years and years and years. But then you add in the holidays and you're like, oh, geez, now I can't even enjoy my life. That's that piece I want us to dig into today with the perfectionista, because I want you to take a moment just right now. And if you're by yourself and you feel comfortable, I can't see you. I wish I could, but I can't. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about the holidays and the season and the smells and the treats. And I really want you to take in this question. What do you really want from your holiday season? What do you want? And when I'm asking that, I don't mean it like, oh, like, what do I just wish could be possible? Like, what do you want? Like, what I want you to think about, like, what are you feeling, right? What are you feeling inside? What are you feeling like outwardly? Like, what are the emotions? What are you drinking? What are you eating? What are you doing in your everyday life during these holiday season? I really want you to think about this and write it in the comments below. Like, I really want to know what you want out of your holiday season, not just for your goals, but the actual holiday season. What do you want? I can tell you what I want. I want some puppy chow because, and other people call it Muddy Buddies, and I don't want the one with the Chex Mix. I want Crispix puppy chow, like it, and with extra peanut butter, because that's some of the things that I love during the holidays that brought me these memories. But to be in control, powerful. That is something that I love, right? Because perfectionistas, like, where are you at? I know you're here. I know you're here. Because that's what I lived on, is like to control everything. And that next one, to slow down, so powerful. Like, the holidays are so hustle, bustle, stress, like, oh, gotta get this perfect, get this thing, this, that it's like, I just want to be and be present during this holiday season, right? And I know someone else here said, like, be with my family, friends, look back and be grateful. Like, yes, yes. And then, oh, 100%. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm hitting buttons. I'm hitting buttons. I don't want to lose the progress I've made. I feel this, right? When you work so hard, you're like, not right. We almost like try to, if you've ever tried to grip sand in your hand, you try to grip it really tight and it doesn't stay in your hand any better. The harder you grip it, right? You're like, control, control, control. The harder you grip, it all falls out. You have no sand in your hand. I love this too. I want to enjoy. I don't want to feel bad or guilty about indulge. I don't want to be obsessed, right? Constantly obsessed about food, indulging, restrict, indulgence. No, no, no. I love this. How do you manage the alcohol and stay on track for the holidays? It's real, right? This kind of takes over the holidays. Food. Enjoy the time without stress. I don't want to cook. I feel this. But I think this is the part where we start to go, we really need to get clear of what we want, but how our goals kind of mesh with that and how we align this. And so what I'm going to do, because I'm hearing from pretty much everybody here, I want to enjoy the holidays. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy the treats, but I also want to keep my progress. I don't want to feel fear. I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to feel stressed about this. I don't want this to overtake the entire holiday season. And so I'm going to share a little story about me because I share this because it may have been you, or maybe the plan that you're thinking, like, this is how I'm attacking this holiday season. I'm going to control. I'm going to take this, I'm going to control it so hard because I know I will keep my progress if I control it really hard like this. And I want to share why this may not be the best path when what you're telling me is you want to enjoy the holidays. So once upon a time, there was me. And this woman, backstory really fast, like super short. 8 years old, I struggled with food and my weight constantly. I yo-yo dieted my whole life, binge ate. I was the queen of extremes. I was the queen of like control, control, control. I was also the queen of binge, binge, binge. And I lived in that world for a long time. So, so finally, right? Finally, I was making progress, right? I've started building this healthy lifestyle and I started building this place with, food and being able to eat and also work out and feel really good in my body. But what happened was it started to become, I felt fear. I feel you. Me too. Like, ah, you finally are there. I feel you. Like I remember this. I share this because I like remember it so vividly, but also I don't remember this holiday so vividly. Um, but it was like, I don't want to lose this. And that fear overtook everything. I needed to be more in control. I needed to make sure that every little thing happened exactly perfect, or I was going to crumble, right? Everything would crumble. I was going to fail. And then I was going to lose my results. And I was not going to allow that. That's what I decided. Here, I can tell you in this part of my journey, and like I'm still on my own journey, but this part of my journey, I was like, my relationship with food is so great. No, it was not, because I was so afraid to have any kind of fun food because I thought it was going to ruin my progress. And I had no room for it. But then I was also binging. It was still binging. So that moment, it's like, that's not healthy. Like Katie said, doing the same thing over and over and failing again. I feel this so much. Yes, that fear of failing again, right? It's again. It's not the fear of failing, but doing it again after we've worked so hard. So, anywho, I decide this holiday season, what am I going to do? I'm going in hard. I'm going to go in hard. I'm going to just be really strict. I'm going to be really good with my diet and really good with my exercise plan, everything. Which I'm pretty consistent with my exercise. That's never been the issue. It's always been my food. And so in coming Thanksgiving is kind of where it really started. And I remember being like, okay, I was spending the whole day at my mom and dad's house with like my family and everybody was getting together. And I decided and I pre-planned my whole day. I was so proud of myself. I brought my little tubs. I was that person. I was like, here's all my little tubs. Put them in the fridge. There's not enough room in the fridge. So I'm like, putting them in weird places. And I just remember helping cook. I was helping do all of the things. And my mom and I were talking. We were just sitting there talking. And the whole time we were talking, and I'm saying talking, I have no idea to this day what we were talking about. Because the entire time, I couldn't stop thinking about food. I had brought my food, I had made the perfect plan. And the whole time I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, mom made the pie. And I mean the pie. It's French silk chocolate pie. I don't like pumpkin pie. I'm not the pumpkin lady. But she made this French silk chocolate pie. And it's the pie that my grandma made. And it's like, brought down generation from generation. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I cannot have the pie. I remember even actually opening up the fridge, looking at the pie and being like, nope, no, nope, you can't have that. You cannot have that. Right? Sitting there, looking in the fridge, looking at the pie, thinking about food, this entire conversation with my mom. And I was like, I gotta have the willpower. I'm gotta stay strong here. Like it was like a mental rah session. And then, we get to actually eating my food and I'm taking out my little bit. I know it's real. I know we're out there and I can tell you that whole Thanksgiving day, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was there. My body was there. But mentally and emotionally, I didn't remember talking to a single person. I mean, I remember talking to my mom as I was making food, and I still am like, what were we actually talking about? What I was so obsessed with my food. And I sit here now and I'm like, wow, I want to shake her because I love her and I want her to be better. But that old version was like, no. So I eat my little bins of food and I'm literally watching other people eating and smiling and laughing and having conversations and being like commenting about just, oh my gosh, this is so good. And, just normal Thanksgiving, you're picturing it in your mind right now. I know you are. I was just angry. I was angry that I was eating my food, but I was also had this weird sense of pride too. Like, look at me. I'm eating my food. I'm so proud of me, which I was proud of me for like having a goal, sticking to it. But that pie situation was still on my mind. Even as we're sitting there at dinner, I'm still thinking about this French silk chocolate pie. Well, of course, my mom's like, okay, Sierra, please take this pie home, like, and enjoy, please. And so she gives me a couple pieces. And at first I was like, no, mom, I don't want it. And then I was like, okay, you don't have to, okay. She's like, one more time. She's like, here's Sierra. I'm like, okay, I'll have a piece or something later, right? I was like, no, I'm not. In my mind, I'm like, not having this. I go home, I put it in the fridge. It's late. My husband goes to bed. I bet you can guess what happens. I bet you can guess what happens. I just threw it away, right? No, no. I ate all 4 pieces of the French silk chocolate pie, all 4, inhaled them in probably less than 2 minutes. This is not an exaggeration. Like, I just was like, boom, boom. I didn't even take a minute to even enjoy the pie that I had obsessed about all day, because I really don't like, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving food person, but my desserts, you don't mess with my desserts. I ate all of it. And the sad part was I didn't even enjoy it. But then it wasn't just that moment, it was what came after. It was the beat up session. It was the see, Sierra, see, this is exactly why we cannot have the food. No, tighten up, buckle up. Like, this Thanksgiving is like a test run, and now it's Christmas season and it's going to only like amp up. So we got to tighten it up even more. So that I did. And the problem was my goals for the holiday season were not aligned with what I really wanted. My goals for my fitness, this was totally 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. I wanted to eat some yummy food and I felt like I could only have it all. And then on the opposite side, it was like I can only have nothing, 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 nothing. And the more I said no, the more I felt I wanted to binge. And that piece for me was, I went through the holiday seasons, I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't present the entire thing. I missed out on social events because I was like, it's easier just not to go than to have to think about food. Any social event I did go to, I was like obsessed about food. And that was the most miserable holiday season I think I've ever spent. We talk about the wing it woman, but the perfectionista woman who went through the holidays going like, I'm going to be perfect. And so I did. We all know we're capable of it. We're like, I'm going to go. I can do it. I am a high achieving, successful woman. I can do it. I did it. But I can tell you, I left that holiday season feeling so empty. I felt miserable. And there was this moment where I just was like, where was I? Like, what did I do? And I have no actual memories from that holiday season except for food that I didn't even eat. Like, I didn't even enjoy. And so I pause, and this is something I really want you to reflect on. And I asked this earlier because I don't want you, especially because I'm seeing this, like, the struggle is real. It is. It's so real. Like, this is so real. It feels like the holidays have to be almost this all or nothing. And the holidays can be this balance, right? There's so much more to our holiday season than just all the food or no fun food. And that was what I had to get really clear on. What do I really want this holiday season, right? What is that? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What am I eating? What am I drinking? What is actually going on my whole holiday season? And I'm going to start making a plan for those days to include wholesome foods that make me feel good, because I do really value feeling good. but how can I make those soul foods, those foods I love that like make the season, like my puppy chow, non-negotiable. I only have it during the holiday season. It's not negotiable. French silk chocolate pie, I want to have those pieces. So it's not no, no, no. It's how can I, right? And how can I make this a part of my day? That is where I want us to find that balance because what happened that holiday season was I wasn't present. I didn't live. And then it's so real. Finding this balance is hard, but it's the best thing you can do for yourself. Like, preach. It's rewarding, but there's this moment where you realize, like, I need a little bit of both. And it's doable, and I can still maintain my progress. And that's exactly what we need to do is find an alignment between your goals, your fitness goals, and your holiday goals. There can be a balance, and it's really working to find that and working to find those pieces for you. And at the end of the day, that's why I shared this story is because I don't want you to live in that all or nothing framework and saying, I have to do it only one way. There's only one path to maintain your progress. Because I promise you, I've lived many holiday seasons enjoying fun foods and maintaining my progress. And it's being able to find that balance. But like Katie said, it's sometimes this trial and error of figuring out what works and practicing those moments ahead of time to say, hey, I can start trusting myself in these moments. And I know how to do it by creating a really solid game plan. So that story, if you feel it, I feel you. And this is that time. Get a journal, start writing, get really clear so you can merge those two. And we can have just a beautiful, balanced, joyous, festive holiday season. So I'm going to bring Megan in because she's going to talk about our next kind of lady.
Hey guys. First of all, let's thank Sierra for sharing all of that beautiful insight around what being too much of a perfectionist, and I actually love how she says it, her perfectionista, can do. So I want some engagement right off the bat. Drop a 5 if you guys have enjoyed what's been shared so far. And I'm going to give you guys a minute to drop that 5 because I'm so excited, but I really, really want you guys to take in. Oh, yeah, we've got some claps. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. We've got a 5. I love it. Perfect, right? Because Katie shared about the wing it person, and I've totally been there. And then Sierra shared about perfectionists. So, oh my gosh, yes. Oh, we got clap 5 clap. I like that. Like it. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. We're going to, I am the engagement queen. Sorry. Not sorry, actually. But the emoji I want you to drop is this one, right? The hand raise one. And I don't want you to be shy about it because what I'm going to say, I will tell you this person is me 100% to a T. Even now, today, I have to work on it. So who thinks that they can come on here and learn all the things, right? Read all the information, join all the groups, get all the books, and do it by yourself? Who thinks they can do it by themselves? Anybody? Ooh, this is not great. Okay. Oh, good. I was like, I know you're in here. You stop it. Cool. I love that you are aware already. Whoever said no, I appreciate that and tried. Yay. Okay. Well, I still struggle with this, not with my fitness and nutrition, which I'll get into that in a minute. But if you think you can read all the information, join all the groups, and do it by yourself, this little piece is here for you. And those of you who are still saying no, I'm going to challenge you, okay? Because I want you to think right now, okay? You seriously, like, because as females, right? Thank you. I see some more hand raises. Yes, let's get honest with ourselves, right? We're strong. We're confident. We're women. We can do it all. We can take care of the kids. We can cook the meals. We can do it all, right? Yeah. You really, all the answers are in the group, right? Like we share everything with you. But here's the deal, right? Here's the thing about that. And it's almost baffling when you think about it, because if you have the mindset and you're also watching this right now, I want to ask you guys, not everything. I want to ask you guys right now, are you where you want to be right now? Are you where you want to be? and you don't have to type this, okay? You don't have to type this. And then if you think you're where you want to be, right? Have you reached the goals you set out for yourself last year around this time? And I'll say that again. Oh, there's a lot of no's. Okay. No, very serious no. Okay. And if a few of you are sitting on here and you're going, whew, dodged a bullet. Yep, I'm good. I want to push a little bit more, right? Are you getting where you want to go in a timely manner, right? So are you getting there efficiently, or have you been working on losing those last 5, 10, 15 pounds? Like, have you been working on that for a while, right? Have any of you been trying to lose the last 5 pounds? Just those last freaking 5 pounds, and you're still working on it, right? No, but I'm ready to make the changes to get where I wanted to. Oh, I love that. I wonder if I can. Oh, I can click it. Cool. Yeah, I love that so much. I don't know how to get rid of it though. Oh, okay. Anyway, so as humans, we work a lot better when we know we're accountable to someone. And it's been proven time and time again. I feel like we preach on this. Like you have to have a support system, but we are stubborn. At least me. I'm stubborn. I'll throw myself in the mix, right? We are badass women. I mean, let's face it, we're amazing, right? But we think, well, I'm too strong, or I'm too smart for this, or I'm too tough for this, or I'm too, whatever adjective you're thinking about for yourself, right? I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Do you think I'm too, or I can't even ask for help? I feel like as women, we don't want to ask for help because we're just like, yeah, whatever. I can figure this out on my own. I have to do this on my own because this is just what I've done, right? But I want to share a story. Oh, I like that. Still learning. I want to share a story with you, and I swear I could probably share like 5,000 different stories, because my entire life, has been me choosing the hard way. Like right, left. If you're supposed to go right, I'm going left because I know better, right? And don't get me wrong. I think there is not. I don't really think there's a whole lot wrong with choosing the hard way. Doing hard things help you grow, right? And so putting yourself in positions where you have to grow is a really good thing. But as a kid, I needed to make sure whatever I was doing was the best. And obviously, like, if I was going to do something, clearly my parents had no idea what they were talking about, right? Like, my mom would say, maybe you shouldn't climb that high on that tree, Megan. Whatever, mom. Half a second later, I'm like 10 feet high on a tree crying because I can't get myself down. So I'm screaming to the neighbors. Literally, that's actually a story. I climbed up a tree all the way to the top because I told my mom I could do that all by myself. And I had to yell for about 45 minutes and wait for a neighbor to come get me down. And that was really embarrassing. So I was really good at going up, not so good at going down. But the story I actually want to share with you guys today is I live in the country right now, and I absolutely love it. I love living in the country. I love where I'm at. I'm in the Kansas City area, and I have like 5 acres of land, and we've got like a garden and all the things. And I'm always so ambitious. I don't know about any of you other females, but I'm like, yeah, I can totally do that. Let's plant 50 green bean plants. I love green beans. Like, I love it. And then it comes time to like go pick all the weeds and harvest. And I'm like, whose stupid idea was this? Whose dumb idea was to plant 50 green bean plants? I mean, 5 probably would have done the trick. Anyway, moving on from the garden, because I could talk for days about that too. We have an orchard and there's orchard is a little excessive. I have about 12 fruit trees, and they're about, I would say, a quarter mile to a half mile away from my house. And even though we have this beautiful hedgerow, like 100 trees probably, the deer this time of year, they like to wreck our fruit trees. And our trees aren't old enough to sustain themselves yet. So I was like, I got this great idea. My husband had these like fence bales, so like rolled up fence. I'm like, I'm going to roll some fence to these freaking trees close to half a mile away from my house. I'm just going to roll it, put some fence around it so the deer won't get our trees and my husband won't be grumpy, right? At the time, I don't even know why I didn't talk to my husband about this, because he was at home. Like, I don't know what he was doing. He was at home, but I was like, yes, I'm going to go get this bale of wire. And I am, number one, this is to picture, put a picture in your mind. You know, football players, like big, strong football players, when they're like pushing those, I don't even know what they're pushing. It's like a sled. That's me. I'm the football player. Okay. So that is what I had pictured in my head. So I'm pushing this wire, trying to roll it. I am getting cuts and nicks, but I'm like, dude, I'm so strong. I look so good. All the neighbors are probably like, oh my gosh, look at John's wife. She is so strong. Man, look at her. I seriously, I'm like, kicking butt. And so I'm like pushing this and like, I'm getting a little bit tired. And I hear this like rumble, like behind me. I'm like, what is that noise? I'm like, who? I don't have time to be bothered right now. I'm like working really hard to get this wire down to these trees. I have to save these trees. And I turn around and I hear my husband go, what are you doing? Megan, what are you doing? So I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, whatever, go away. And I notice he's driving the mule. If you guys don't know what a mule is, it's kind of like a golf cart, has like a little bed in it, a back, right? Big enough to carry, I don't know, a bale of wire. Could have fit in there, but it took me about 20 minutes, right? You probably know where I'm going with this, right? But my husband's just like, dude, why didn't you let me help you? Come on. And I was like, yeah, but I did it. And I did do it. And I got the wire all the way down there, but it took me 20 minutes to grunt and push and this stuff all the way down there when it could have taken me about 5 minutes, right? And when it comes to fitness and nutrition, it's exactly the same, right? You can totally get yourself there. Lots of trial and error, and you're going to get banged up along the way, right? But with a coach, you don't have to struggle and you can get it done in half the time. I would actually argue less than half the time, but that's neither here nor there. Because when you think about it, what's the saying? What is the saying that people say? What is it? Oh, if you could have done it yourself, you already would have, right? Just think about that. If you could have done it yourself, you already would have. And I'm not trying to say that to upset you guys, but I really want you guys to see what having someone to keep you accountable and help guide you on the right path can do for you guys, right? Are you following along with what I'm saying? Like, yes, grunt and push the freaking wire down there all by yourself. Totally do it. Or get some help, So drop a 6 if you guys are following what I'm saying, right? Can you do it by yourself? Yes. Should you do it by yourself? No. Okay. Drop a 6 if we're following. Because I'm going to share one other thing. Because now I'm a parent to 4 amazing kids, right? 4. You heard that right. Yes. I love all these 6s. And yes, I love what our Queens of Iron girls are saying. Typically, you can, but you can't get yourself to that next level. Yeah. So if you're waiting to peak, and you just haven't peaked, right? You need some help. So what I can tell you is being a parent, right? And going back to me, yeah, all these 6s are great. Oh my goodness. Yes. 6. Is my mom and my dad, they were literally just trying to save me the extra trouble and save me some time and save me some hurt and get the same place just a little bit quicker, right? So my 4 kids, my oldest is 13. So yeah, I have a teenager. And did I mention she's a female? She's lovely. And she's exactly like me. So it's super fun. But my parents were just trying to save me. And now I know that, right? Because, for example, my 13-year-old goes, oh, yes, I could not do it on my own. 30 pounds in 2 years. Yes. Who is this? I don't know who this is. I'm going to wait and see who that is. But I'm going to tell you a little something about Jay Lee, right? So in the morning, she, this was like last week sometime. She is freaking out. We're going to school. She's like, I have nothing to wear. I literally have nothing to wear. All my clothes are dirty. I'm like, honey, why didn't you just do your laundry before you have nothing to wear? So you're not freaking out 5 minutes before we have to go to school. Just a thought. Pre-planning that's a great idea, right, Squeaks? That's my nickname for my daughter. But anyway, so I know I've spoken about this before, because I'm me, do it by myself. That's me. I did it. I did the health and fitness thing all by myself, right? I was a runner and I was a collegiate athlete and I did it. I did amazing, But you know what I also had along the way that I didn't even think about until after I got out of college was I had a coach. I had coaches, middle school, high school, college, telling me what to do, how far to run, how fast should I run, what should I be fueling my body with so I can be the best athlete I can be, right? Then I got out of college and I'm like, never really thought about hiring a coach. I had coaches all my life, but why would I do that? I can do it all by myself. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that Queens of Iron is it's perfection, because my youngest is 1. She just turned 1, and I have lost since May, I think 20 pounds in 20 weeks. And that's 1 pound a week. And it's because I was given the exact roadmap and I was using the Queens of Iron programming, and I didn't even have to think about it. So I got the specific goals planned out, the macros, all the things perfect for me, right? So yes, ladies, you can totally bulldoze your way. You can do it yourself, and you can lift those weights, and you can get shredded all by yourself. You can. Or you can let go. You can let go. I like Sierra's the sand thing. I'm gonna make a rope, so you can let go of that rope, right? You can just you can let go of the I can do it by myself rope that you've been clinging on so tightly, because letting someone in is truly liberating. And even those of you, oh yes, Carla, even those of you who are sitting here right now and you're like, yeah, but it is so important to let somebody in. Let at least one person in so you have an accountability person, because you need that, right? You totally need that. And you're also you're busy conquering your job and your life and being an amazing mom or whatever family, if you have pets or you're not married and you're building this empire for yourself. Let somebody help you with this piece of the puzzle, right? We're all about the individual, and we line it all out. And so here in a second, I'm going to let Kristen pop on, and she is going to fill you in on how to have success with all of this stuff. So done talking about the person who thinks they can do it all by themselves, and we're going to welcome Kristen.
Hi, thanks, Meg. Hi, you guys. Well, beautiful. We love your guys' engagement. And, we chose those women. So we chose the wing it woman, we chose the perfectionista, the perfectionist, and we chose the woman who could do it on her own, because that's really a lot of the women that we see, right, in this group. And so we wanted to show you, okay, if this is you, right, here's the roadmap that you're on. Here's typically what it leads to. And almost giving yourself permission to say, oh, I can actually change my approach this year, right? And so I'm here to talk about the healthy and the balanced approach. So the Healthy Fit Woman. I'm the owner and the founder of Queens of Iron. And so the framework that we have, I actually developed many years ago, almost 4 years ago. I've proved it on myself. All the trainers go through the program, obviously, because we want them to see the inside. But what I love about it is it works forever. And so each woman shared, hey, each trainer, she's like, oh, I align with this woman. I want to talk to her. Well, for me, being, so far past, I would say, implementing the framework, it's like, yes, now I get to talk about the healthy and fit woman, because it is so possible and it's so easy to maintain. But the key pieces are the habits, right? The foundational habits. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. Now, first of all, because we're all about engagement, because we really want to cultivate community. That's really what Queens of Iron is focusing on today and moving forward is community, community, community. Because when we know we're not here on our own, it's so much more impactful and you feel more empowered to keep going. We've noticed that on our coaching calls. And so we want to just keep that going here. So ladies, drop a 7 in the chat if you are ready to hear the healthy and sustainable approach. The healthy and the balanced approach. Yes, love it. Meg, can you pop these up for me, love? So we're going to start popping up comments because we want you guys to experience, especially all of you ladies who are on different platforms. We want you to see, yeah, thanks, love, all the different. So yes, I see all the 7s. Beautiful. Now, this goes a little bit with what Sierra was saying, right? She said, what do you want out of your holiday? And so keeping that in mind, I want to share with you some of what is the healthy and balanced approach. And so if you align with some of them, amazing. If some of them you don't feel like are possible, that's okay. That's beautiful awareness that something here needs to change, right? Because we can't take our body somewhere our mind has not gone. So what does this approach look like? It looks like knowing you can work in the foods you enjoy while still being mindful of your body and goals. You can work in the foods you enjoy while still being mindful of your body and goals. You can feel excited and grateful to be around family and friends, thinking more about quality time together than about food, right? Just like, again, like Sierra was talking about. You start to strategize how you'll eat throughout the rest of the day and the days even before, but definitely after, to make sure that your lifestyle and your nutrition is still supporting that holiday. At Queens of Iron, we actually encourage our women not to track their macros on those actual days like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and that type of thing. And we give them a lot of mindful eating habits. But we also need to make sure that we have a plan for the rest of the days. And so like Katie was saying, the next day is not screwed. It's like, oh no, I already created my plan. I'm good to go with foods you enjoy. Because if you're not enjoying the lifestyle, it's not sustainable. So we really need to find that balance of enjoying it and still being playful, right? Still having that space to play. So the balanced and healthy approach is also hitting your goals, making progress, while still being able to be present mentally, physically, and emotionally with your loved ones, which includes eating with them, right? Not eating something different because you don't know how to eat, right? In this way. I saw a comment earlier, I think when Katie was chatting, and the woman said, everything went out the window because my normal foods weren't there. The structure is not there anymore. Ladies, that is not learning tools, right? When that happens, you know, oh shoot, I don't have the tools in my toolbox to be successful. This is why we tell women, do not eat the same thing every day. Do not rely on meal plans. We need to learn the tools, because once you have the tools in place and practice them, it becomes who you are. And you're like, oh my gosh, maintaining this is a breeze. And so that's really where we're trying to get you now, and always where we're working on getting clients. Okay, continuing on. What is the balanced and healthy approach? It's having a peace of mind that your plan is realistic, achievable, and it will keep you on the path of success that you're wanting. Again, not the all or nothing, but saying, you know what? Maybe I'm not in a deficit today, and that's okay, but I'm still going to practice that healthy, mindful eating, not the binge, not, oh, this is a cheat day. It's like, that's creating binge cycles, right? We want to nurture a healthy relationship with food, not label it as this is a cheat day, or I can't really have that normally, so I'm just going to have it today and restart, or these foods aren't bad. It's like, well, how are we labeling those foods, right? We want to make sure that the label is promoting a healthy and whole relationship with food. Again, piggybacking off of Sierra, it's releasing the control that doesn't serve you, right? It's grabbing hold of the control that does, like being okay without perfection, right? Being okay with 80% non-processed whole foods and 20% more play foods worked into your nutrition plan. It's providing for your life and thus the lives of those around you, showing up as a leader for your family, your friends, your employees, whatever it is. Showing up as a leader of how to take care of yourself, your body, your mind. Because if you have low quality food, your productivity, your creativity, and your output for family and friends is going to be low quality. And I know obviously that's important to all of us, so we want to keep that high. It's releasing fear and leaning in, allowing yourself to not be perfect in a process and still show up and know that, hey, this isn't a report card, it's a support team. We're here to go one step at a time, no matter how small or no matter how big, depending on the woman. It's more mental clarity, more mental energy, more physical energy, more stamina, and it's a much, much, much higher quality of life. Because when these fitness and nutrition tools are not in place, there's a lot of quality of life being missed out on. You guys know that, right? Our health is our wealth. Our health is everything. And so we should be putting quality time and attention into our health, not trial and error, trying to figure it out, trying to decipher information when you have a million other things going on. It's like, whoa, your time and your health is way more valuable than the years or the months or all the time that you're missing out on by just trying to figure out what's happening, right? Just trying to figure out the right thing. Great. Are you guys there yet? So drop at 8 if you are here. If you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds exactly like my life. Like, that's amazing, right? I can honestly say this is my life. Do I have slip ups? Hell yes. Not often, but it's been massive work. It's been, you guys, almost 15 years of consistent diligence in practicing this. And you know why it's so important for me to practice this? To lead from the front for you, to lead from the front for these beautiful trainers, and to lead from the front for my son and my family and friends, even when they look at me and they're like, you're ordering egg whites? Like, come on, we're at the restaurant. Like, we're just trying to have a good time. It's like, I am having a great time. Are you not having a good time because I'm ordering egg whites? Like, I'm loving life right now. I feel fit. I feel shredded. My mind feels amazing. I know this might make you feel uncomfortable, but why don't we talk about it? I can share with you the amazing reasons of why nutrition is so fun, right? It's perceiving, right? It's how you're perceiving things, and you can get here, and we are here to guide you to get there because, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Oh, I love it. So many of you guys are already here. Does that mean that you live in the body that you absolutely love? You look in the mirror and you're like, "Oh, I feel dynamite. I don't think I could look any better." That's incredible. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I love that. Drop a 9 if you are not here, but you really want to be. You are ready to be, but it's like, oh my gosh, I can achieve that. I am ready to achieve that. How do I achieve that? Gosh, I love it. Yeah, work in progress. Yeah, love it. Yeah, and most of you are, that's normal, right? 99.9% of the world, including myself, including all of us, we are a work in progress. And there's just different layers of where you are along your fitness journey. Yeah, love your guys' honesty. I'm getting closer because of coaching. Yeah, girl, we love it. The thing is, everyone should experience this. Every woman should not be so bogged down by fitness and nutrition, because there is a way, and that way is not diet culture. That way is not all or nothing. That way is not winging it. That way is not asking for help, right? The greatest and most successful people in the world have mentors. Those who are extremely successful always have a mentor. If you are extremely successful and you've never had a mentor, I feel like that's an oxymoron. I don't think that's possible, right? Let's humble ourselves. We always have things to learn. Now, remember, it's not just about hitting goals, right? So we want you to create all this momentum in the holiday season. And really, it's so you can continue enjoying your holiday season, releasing all the mental and emotional energy bogging you down, and still either maintain progress or keep making progress. But again, it's not just about goals, it's habits. It's practicing the right tools throughout the holiday season and into the new year and into spring. And bam, we're at summer again. And it's like, oh, am I where I wanted to be? Am I a full year's worth of progress where I wanted to be? Or maybe am I still trying to figure it out? And dang it, it's another summer. I wish I felt a little more comfortable in those shorts. It's like, girlfriend, let's handle it now, right? Bikini bodies are made in the winter. Just throwing that in there. Okay, so here's what I say. There are many opportunities you can grab hold of this holiday season, okay? It's learning how to take care of your body to show it love and respect. Taking care of your body is a sign of self-respect, right? It's important to speak kindly to ourselves, and it's also important to treat our bodies with respect. Some women in the past, we've noticed self-sabotaging. You know what the root cause was? They didn't feel like they deserved it. They were afraid of attention from other people. They didn't feel like they were good enough to deserve this level of lifestyle and this level of enjoyment. And so they self-sabotage. It's a very real thing. So this holiday season is an opportunity to inch forward and to say, I can respect myself even more. I can show my physical body and in turn your mind more love than the holiday season before. Really quick, actually, I want to talk about one of our clients. She's been with us over 2 years. So I think this is her second or third holiday season. I think it's her third summer. So it'll be her second holiday season. I want to say maybe third. And is she perfect? No, not at all. Has she made insane progress? Hell yeah, like 35 pounds down or something like that. But what happens every holiday season and every summer? She's a little bit better than the one before. She's only hit macros 3 to 4 times per week for literally the last 2 years. She's made wonderful progress, but she's always trying. She's always trying. And the summers are getting better. She is habit stacking. Is it slow? Sure. Who cares? Who cares how slow it is, right? But she keeps going. This woman is still enrolled through 2026 because she knows it's like, oh my gosh, I always want to keep getting better. I always want to keep improving. I always want to up-level my life, because your health is your wealth, right? So it's okay to step forward just one little piece at a time. So what else can we grab hold of this holiday season? Create awareness around your habits. Do you fall under one of the hats the gals were talking about, right? Their past selves. They are obviously the very healthy, fit, like doing the things, right? But past selves. Do you align with one of those? Or do you more so align with, oh, I'm just almost there. I'm eating healthy. I'm getting great results. I'm doing the things, but just not the results I want. We have tons of clients like that, right? And it makes sense. This industry is very deep. What else? See what small changes can be made and focus on improving 1% each day. Not 100, not 50, not 5. 1% each day. 1% each day. It's creating space to allow the compound effect to take place. Because where you are right now is a product of your habits from a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 months ago, right? So your habits today are going to create your future for tomorrow, so to speak, or create how you feel in the spring, mentally and physically. Because you guys, we do talk about, oh, look amazing in your skin. We talk about that because we specialize in physique shaping, right? Like bodybuilding, we take bodybuilding and really healthy lifestyle and we smash it into one so you can have this beautiful body, but also be an athlete, right? Super healthy and fit for life, healthy lifestyle habits, that type of thing. But that directly affects your mind. I remember always pulling my jeans up over that pooch in my low belly, and I hated it, and it made me insecure, and it made me think about it all the time, which took me away from being present, right? It's just not worth it. It's so silly. It's just not worth it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now, I did have a story to tell you, but we've had a lot of stories, and I know we've just been cruising on time. So I think I'm going to bypass this story. We did a lot of, yeah, girlfriend, Meg, I don't know if you already showed this comment, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it is a life changer. It is a complete game changer because we've already gone where you want to go. So there's no real trial and error. It's like, no, let's go. Here's the map. Let's do it. Oh, you're facing this problem? No worries. Try this. Oh, okay, that worked. I know, right? How great, right? So it's just continuing to move forward with a lot of success. So we shared our introductions. We shared a lot of personal stories and who we are and our background and education, things like that. So if you guys want to look at that, it is pinned to the top of the Facebook group, Macro Tracking and Weightlifting for Women. So I'm going to bypass this story just to respect your guys' time and all the things. Beautiful. So let me see. Okay. Now, I'll actually do really quickly, I'll share. So in 2011, I became a trainer, right? Personal trainer. So 2011, I've been a trainer ever since. And it was great. For the first 10 years, including the military, I was an in-person trainer, and I definitely knew how to help people get fit, right? I knew how to program workouts like squats and push-ups and pull-ups and deadlifts. I totally knew proper form, all the things. But there was more. I knew that there was more because I'm like, okay, how can I make you look like whatever you want to look like? I don't know how to do that, right? Most trainers don't because it is a specialty. So let's see. So prior to building Queens of Iron Online, when I was just getting out of the military, so it was about November 2019. I was getting off active duty in May, but So in November 2019, I was like, I need to learn this next level. And so I hired coaches and mentors, which I still have today, loads of coaches and mentors. I always will, because I know that to get to the next level in the most efficient way possible, in the fastest way possible, and in a way that builds stability and structure in life or business or whatever, you must have mentors, right? Because then you don't have to learn all the mistakes yourself. Bam, you can go straight there. So in about 2019, I hired multiple time world champion fitness model athletes and their trainers. And I said, teach me everything you know. I did their program as the client. And then I was also mentored like trainer to trainer. I was like, oh my gosh, every woman must learn these tools. So that's really what we do today is we just teach you how to love your body, live fit for the rest of your life, and just be so happy in your skin and clothes, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? In all of those ways. Learning how to live a super healthy, balanced lifestyle with ease. Okay. Yeah, I love this. So I said, we are here to help you rewire how you think about fitness and nutrition. Get out of the diet culture and let's just learn the long-term approach. Doesn't sound as sexy, but dang, the results are way better because you get there faster than the person who's trying everything. Shiny object syndrome. This isn't working fast enough. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. It's like, whoa, get the right map and plan of action for you. Let's stay on that path until you achieve it, because you will. As long as you stay on the right path, you will. You will, you will, you will. We had one gal lose almost 60 pounds, but it took 2 years, right? But she never quit. Now, guess what? She's loving her body and went and started her own fitness and nutrition business. I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, great. So our 3 pillars are lifestyle coaching, nutrition, and weightlifting. We're all about balance, like I said, but we want you to put in to get the results you want with the work you're putting in. Okay. So, ladies, right now I want to talk about the DIY lifting program and our coaching programs for those who are like, yeah, nope, I get it. I am ready to have the coach. I am ready to achieve these amazing results through the holidays, building the tools to create so much momentum in 2024 and just never stop, right? We are here to take you to whatever level you want. Like, we are always learning and we'll always keep growing with you, essentially growing ahead, so we can keep guiding you right on the right way. We've helped over 500 women with the same framework. It's really successful if you work it, right? So, ladies, are you ready to, yeah, I love that. You never do. Yep. The women who really dive in, they're like, you completely changed my life. I'm like, you did the work, right? You just have to follow, and we're just here as your team. So love that. Beautiful, beautiful. So if you're ready to hear about the DIY program, and you're ready, which is free, and you're ready to hear about coaching opportunities as well, which are very limited this time, drop a 10 in the comments, and then I will share all the deets. I'm so excited. I love the trainers in the background. They're like, get it, get it, get it. Because we're excited. We just want to support you on your journey, right? Of course, like, gosh, every single one of us have been on the other side, and we're so grateful to be able to be guiding you on to this side, right? So you just feel so good. So all this is just taken off your plate. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. So I want to show you or explain the DIY lifting program first, okay? Now, the reason we created this program is to actually help you taste and see the difference of physique style lifting to every other style of lifting out there. We can tell you a million times over how amazing it is. But what I've noticed is it's really the women who actually experience it see the massive value. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know my body was capable of this. I didn't know I could get here. I didn't know I could look and feel like this. We hear that time and time and time and time and time again. So we want to help you see a little bit of that, okay? Now, 4 weeks is extremely short. This is not an end all be all in the slightest. It's literally to give you a taste. Muscle building takes time. Physique style shaping takes time. But we do have one of our clients, oh my gosh, she came to us at 15% body fat, about shredded, amazing muscle mass. Truly, if anyone saw her, they'd be like goals. Like, she looked amazing, truly. She came to us and she's like, I don't like what my body looks like. I don't like how my clothes fit. I don't know where to go from here. She had like no body fat. She's like, I don't know what's happening. So I said, no worries. All you need is a physique shaping, right? She was eating over 2,000 calories. She still is. Sarah, you know who I'm talking about. And just literally after 4 weeks, she's like, I love my body. My clothes fit amazing. I was like, after 4 weeks, that's all it took. It actually was mind-blowing because it was just surprising how fast that happened. Granted, she was in the coaching program, so she had the exact right macros she needed. She was sending lifting videos to get form feedback. Why does that matter? Does anyone know why form matters outside of injury prevention? Drop it in the comments. Does anyone know? Outside of injury prevention, so staying injury-free, why does form and technique greatly matter? I'm going to take a sip because, bam. And Carrie, working the right muscles. Yep, all the things. You're engaging the right muscles. Yes, yes, yes. If you're not engaging the right muscles, you are not going to get the results you want, even though your program may be set for the right result, right? Sadly to say, it's rare that programs are really designed for the physique shaping. It's great to be fit, but it's another level to be fit and love your skin. I mean, gosh, come on, right? Yeah, that too, Anne, for sure. Yep. But it's really to make sure that you're developing the right muscle groups, right? And so, she was there sending food logs, sending what's it called? Exercise videos, all the things. So there was a lot more, but I share that to share the power of physique style lifting. So anyway, we are only offering this, to the best of my knowledge, to 500 women before we make it paid. We have 441 women on the waiting list. So if you want to get on the waiting list, I would advise you to send me a message right now. Send me your email and we'll put you on the waiting list. We're going to give it to 100 women at a time. And I plan to announce the 100 women on Halloween. I'll put you guys into a Telegram group so you can download Telegram. If you don't have it, it's a communication channel. I'll send you over a liability release because we're exercising, right? Obviously, it's like there's potential liability with exercise. So we'll send you that. We'll send you the programming, things like that. If you're a current client, don't even worry about this. What you have is way bigger than the freebie. It's really to just help women see the difference and feel the difference and experience the difference, right? So if you're a current client, you don't need it. Don't worry about it. If you did, believe me, we would give it to you. Cool. Great. So we're excited for that. It'll be really fun. It's our first time ever doing anything like this. So it's really going to be like trial. And so that's why I say, let's just wait for 500. We're going to do 5 cohorts of it to just see how it runs, to make sure it's great for you guys, great for us, and it's a win for everybody. Beautiful. Okay, great. Beautiful. I think someone's asking for my email, but we need your email. Yeah. So you can just click my name on Facebook, send me a direct message and say, like DIY waitlist, and then drop your email and we'll put you on that waitlist. And then, oh, ladies, I will send out an email on Halloween. I will send out an email to the first 100 women who get the DIY freebie. You have 48 hours to reply, or we will give your spot to someone else because we have a lot of ladies who want it. If you miss the 48 hours, and you're like, wait, I still wanted it, just shoot me an email back, let me know, and we'll put you back on the waiting list. But we just really want to, we want to honor the women who really want it. Support@queensofiron.com and Kristen@queensofiron.com should be added to your contact list on your emails right now. So that way you have a higher chance of getting it. I'll tell you right now, ladies, let me put this in my notes. I will send it out Halloween at 6 a.m. Pacific time, that list. Okay. The reason I don't really want to put it on Facebook is because I want to respect your privacy and not have other people like try to steal that list or just abuse your information. So we just want to send it through internally. Okay. And then I'll have the link to join our communication channel in that email, and it will be so fun. I'm so excited. Okay. Now for the really juicy, amazing things is the coaching. The DIY program is great. It pales in comparison to the coaching without a doubt. And so I want to chat with you about this. I always talk longer than I plan. I'm sorry, trainers and everybody. So let me just hurry. Yeah. Let me actually post a comment. So someone said, can you say those again? So I will write them in really quick. queensofiron.com and support@queensofiron. You guys can message me these or can email these emails anytime. I'm the one who runs these emails, and so you'll be directly to me. So you can email me anytime, but add those to your communication list. When we send out newsletters, it goes there as well. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, how many of you would like the outside to show how hard you work? Drop an 11 in the chat if that's you. You want people to see, wow, she really works out. Wow, she really takes care of herself. Wow, I can tell she's a hard worker. Just look at her. It's a very real thing, right? Heck yeah. When you walk in with that type of presence, when you feel amazing and internally, outwardly, it's totally different, right? Just naturally, your presence, it's like it demands respect in a healthy way, in a great way, right? Because it's like, oh my gosh, she's really takes care of herself. She's so capable of doing things. Love it. Yeah, we're here to help you. As professional women, we need to advocate for ourselves. And part of getting in the room is having 1,000,000% confidence to get in the room. Say, Kristen, I'm already confident. One woman said, yeah, I'm obese, but my face is really pretty. So I'm already super confident. I'm not joking. And she was right. She's gorgeous. And I'm like, I love your confidence, but let's get healthy too. And it's a different level of confidence because it's impossible to experience that level of confidence when you're not exactly the level of health and fitness that you want. And if you're like, well, I'm already there, make sure really deep down, you're really there. Or do you feel like this is all you could do, right? Do you feel like this is all you could go? Okay, there's more. Great. Living like this frees up the emotional and mental weight. it makes you feel so much better, so much lighter. Everything in life improves. So let me get right to it, okay? We want to equip you, ladies. So the first thing we do is we get you the right map, the right plan to create that massive action to achieve your goals, whether that be fat loss, whether that be maintaining weight, but totally reshaping your body and adding more muscle mass, creating this strong, beautiful foundation, or that could be gaining weight, right? You could be maybe 100 pounds and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm really scared to gain weight. I'm really scared to gain weight. I don't know how to do it effectively, right? We can help you with that no matter where you are on your journey. We have 3 different specialties. One of them is helping women get to the weight that they feel so good at, that you feel healthiest at, that you feel most like yourself at. Then we'll slowly start to add more food to your nutrition plan to teach your body how to eat more and still shed fat. So vital for long term. It's great lifestyle wise, like, oh, cool, I can eat more and I still look great. That's fun and all, but it's also vital because it brings so much health to your metabolism and it helps your body create a new set point. So you're not gaining, losing, gaining, losing, gaining, losing. You're like, no, this is just where I live, right? This is just where I live. The lifestyle coaching is helping you build and establish the habits in the deficit or in maintenance or in the surplus to create long-term success. The self-discipline and the habits you need in a deficit are very different than you need in maintenance. So it's important to go through the fat loss and the reverse diet and the maintenance, right? Most of our clients love to live in maintenance. We establish the body they want, we get all the fat off, we get them to maintenance, and then we just live here. They continue to grow and shape their body, but they feel so comfortable in maintenance that we just stay here, and they stay for years. We have tons of women enrolled through 2025 through 2026 as well, because they're like, yeah, this is healthy and I don't want to have to think about it. I want to keep building and shaping my body and just feel comfortable forever. That's not a joke. It's a very real thing. How could you live without that, right? So, okay, anyway. So we give you the framework. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love that. If you feel aligned with that, then you're probably in alignment with us too. I love that so much. We talk to really specific women, you guys, because we want to help a specific woman because we can help you most, right? Everyone has their own niche. It's like your niche is who you love the most. Your niche is who you can support the most and help the most. So we give you the framework that you need for your body, your lifestyle, your stress levels, and so on. And our 3-step process is called the Fit, Fierce, and Feminine Framework, customized around you and your needs so you can shed the fat if fat loss is your goal and gain muscle in a way that builds and shapes your body to look and feel how you want it to, so you don't have to go do this again. So you don't get to your goal weight and you're like, oh, wait a second, I don't really like what this looks like. Been there, sucks. You took so much time to do that, right? And then lifestyle coaching, so key. Harvard medical research proved that having the right support systems around you are critical to achieve your goals faster and in a way you can maintain long-term. So let's, what's the word? Not compress time, collapse time. Just achieve it once and for all, right? Stop trying to achieve it. Let's just achieve it. So we take the lifestyle coaching so seriously at Queens of Iron, and we'll make sure that you have the right support systems in place via the coaches to provide the external accountability you need so you can make those internal habit changes and just conquer your body, conquer these results, and really be able to just live them out forever, regardless of how long it takes you. But it's just continuing that 1% better. So here is the structure of it. So we have our client success trainers, right? Katie, Megan, and Sierra. They are the gals that are going to be there for you one-on-one all throughout the week. Each client has one client success trainer. So it's this beautiful, just one-on-one point of contact all throughout the week. Like that trainer is in your back pocket. How do I hit my macros today? How do I go out to eat? How's my lifting form? What about this situation? Oh, I'm going on travel. What do I do here? What do I bring on the plane? A billion questions floating around in your mind. That trainer is going to be like, oh, do this. Oh, do this. Oh, do this. And you're like, wait, it was that easy? I just need to implement it now? It's like, yeah, that's it. And then go see, implement, practice. Did it work? Amazing. Did it not? No worries. Back to the drawing board. Okay, what worked? What didn't? Okay, cool. How about trying this? So it's just having a constant answer. It's beautiful. And then I do more of the group coaching side. So I do a Zoom call at least once a week, usually once a week, where women can jump on. We just go one by one. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What kind of support do you need this week? What's been happening? And whatever you need, we just make sure that you're moving forward that week with success. And then we also have what's called our coaching corner. And this is a group Telegram chat, very clearly organized into like nutrition, lifting form. I post a lot of videos teaching you guys how to lift, right? Even advanced lifters, ladies, we can take you further. I promise you. Send the videos and you'll see. It's amazing how advanced you are. I promise you we can take you further. That is our specialty, right? There's also, let's see, ladies, what else do we have? We have wins. We have general questions. We do the coaching call replays, things like that. So it's just so much support in the community. As long as you're leaning in, you will have an answer to everything you need. You will smash your goals. Just like Carla said, she's like, in 3 years, in 2 years, she lost 30 pounds. In 4 months, she's lost 20 pounds. She was plateaued for 2 years. She's like, I'm doing everything right. I'm lifting weights. I'm tracking my macros. I've gone through menopause. What am I doing wrong? She's extraordinarily compliant and disciplined, extraordinarily. And she was plateaued. Bam. 18 weeks later, she's lost 18 pounds. It's like, you just need to know what's right for you. We got you. We got your back. Okay. Now, if you have questions, feel free to drop the questions. You can also directly message me or Sierra or Megan or the trainers and just ask your questions. Now, last month, we did these free months and you guys loved it. It was so cool to see because for a lot of you who maybe couldn't have afforded it, you could, right? With our free months. We're going to do that one more time for only 9 women. Only one more time, but for 9 women. Current clients, if you did not re-sign with this deal, but you were just like on the fence, and if for any reason you didn't take that opportunity, you totally can do that again, okay? But this will be our last time, and it will be the first 9 women who want to take this opportunity. We are happy to honor you this. So here it is. So we have 4, 8, and 12-month coaching programs. So the 4-month, if you enroll in that, you get a 5th month free. For the 8-month coaching program, you get 2 months free, so you get 10 months. And for the 12-month coaching program, you get 3 months free, which is 15 months. Now, why would you choose like 15 over or 12 months over 8 over 4? It's the amount of weight you have to lose. So let's figure about 1 pound per week, right? So if you have 20 pounds to lose, that's about 20 weeks. Plus the reverse diet and maintenance, right? So double it. So if you have 20 pounds to lose, think about around 40 or more weeks. It depends on how compliant you are, how much help you need, that type of thing. Don't cut yourself short. You want to go through the whole process so you can do it once and for all. Once and for all. Once and for all. It's here. Take action. Comment action below if you want more info. We'll talk about your goals. We'll talk about how we can support you. The first 9 women who snag it, it's yours. For everyone else after that, we love you. We'd love to have you at a later start date. We'll definitely get you going. The price point will just be higher. So if you are ready to take action, ready to achieve these goals you want so badly, ready to just live your life in the way that you know you can live, we're here to guide you through that. That's what we do, right? That's what we do, and we love it. Ladies, I love it. We'll reach out to you here shortly. And I see a lot. I'm like, that's more than 9. So we got you. We're going to dive in right away, really quickly. And my gosh, we would just love to have you in our community. So beautiful. Let me see if there's anything else. I don't think so. Ladies, thanks for being here with us today. We value you so much. My gosh, we adore you. We love you so much. We're so grateful for you, for our clients, for our team, for everybody, because you're the reason we're here. So thank you again so much for being here. I know this went a little longer than anticipated, but thanks for your patience. You're amazing. Have a great day. I love all these comments still coming in, and we'll talk to you shortly. See you guys.